2020 F-150 running Valvoline high mileage full synthetic. This is just 5,000 miles. This stuff's pretty dark looking. So I don't know if that's just cleaning it or what. It's pretty dark for 5,000. But that's what's been in there for 5,000. It's just, you can see without the light. So I bought this truck. I test drove it twice till it rolled over 30,000. So it was at 29.9 basically. And then I don't know what they were running beforehand, but I've used Amsoil, and then I tried out this Valvoline full synthetic, and it could be the detergent in it cleaning it out, but that's 5,000. It's pretty black. But about to do a flush. We're gonna refill it and then drain it out again, and then see how dirty it is next time for an oil change at 5K. Alright, we'll catch y'all again on the follow-up. Alright, so I'm going to dump this oil. This is the second change on this Valvoline, and I just refilled it with about 5.5 quarts, and it's going to run. I'm going to let it run for a while so it can be flushing through. I did not change the filter on the truck yet, but I'm going to let it run, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, and then we'll drain it and we'll see how dark it is compared to this stuff. So I'm fixing to dump this bucket and then clean it so we can see what it looks like after running through the engine for about 30 minutes. So we'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, got the bucket all nice and clean, ready for our second dump. I don't know if I said this. This is on a 22.7 EcoBoost, and I've been running this Valvoline 10,000 miles. This will be the third fill with Valvoline. So after this 5K, it'll be at 15,000 on running this Valvoline. And like I said, I don't know if it's the detergent that's in the Valvoline mix. It's the reason why it's turning out black looking at 5K. If it's cleaning out the engine, I don't know. I don't have my borescope camera to take a look down the valve cover or through the oil drain. But I'm gonna run this, like I said, for about 30 minutes or so. Maybe not that long, but a good while to let it flush through, and then we'll drain it and we'll take a look at it and see what it looks like. But this is on a 2.7 EcoBoost, and it's the full synthetic high mileage Valvoline 530. And like I said, prior to running this Valvoline, I was using Amsoil in it, and I wasn't having any issues with the Amsoil. I was going 10,000 on that Amsoil, and I had did 3 oil changes at 10,000 on there, and the oil started getting really dirty on that last change, so I decided to go to 5,000. So I did a 5,000 with Amsoil afterwards, and then I started using the Valvoline and doing 5,000 each on it. So at 60,000, I started doing 60,000. I started doing 5,000 oil changes on it instead of 10. And then I've noticed a little bit of difference in the sound of the truck running, going 5K versus the 10. It doesn't sound near as bad on doing the 5K, but I don't know how good the oil is. I haven't sent samples out. I sent one out previously on the last AMSOIL. I sent it off, and I don't know what happened when I turned it over to UPS. I guess they lost it, because I can't find it nowhere, and I dropped it off at a UPS office, so I don't know where that sample actually went. They may have crushed it and spilled it and then just didn't notify me, because it's gone. The tracking number can't be found through UPS, so I have no idea what happened to it. So I'll have to get some more stuff to try to sample this Valvoline. So anyway, I'll catch y'all back here in a little bit after I get this stuff in there and ran. So we'll catch you in a little bit. Alright folks, it's almost to do my drain, and I opened this bag. Now like I said earlier, I refilled that thing with about 5 quarts. And I went ahead and refilled my jug here. That's 3, there's 4. And so, in theory, there should be about 3 quarts in that bag. We're going to find out. The reason why I'm deciding to not go back with these is because 2 different boxes have both been short about a quart. Well, one was, the other 530 box that I had was over a quart short when I did it. And I used this same jug to refill it to the 4 and then at 2 down here, and it was short. So I wish that they had this in actual quart bottles, but they don't. But I'm switching back to quart bottles and stuff, so I'll be going back to AMSOIL for a while, and I'll do the same thing again, see how dirty it gets. But I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced that, being short in a bag, but it was short. So like I said, I'm going to be switching away from these garage boxes. So anyway, let's get this other oil drained out, and I'll see you in a few. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this, but it's been running for a straight 30 minutes, and you can just see cap looks good and clean in there. Alright, here's the filter. Fram FE11955. Here is the new one. These are the Fram Synthetic Endurance. Normally I run the XG, the gold box. It's just the 1195 XG instead of FE. But they didn't have them when I bought these filters. So I'm going to put this in for now. Here's the one that's out of the truck. It don't look too bad. We'll have to cut this open later and take a look in there. But you can see there's some stuff in there. Big deposits. It's not as bad as another truck that I'm changing oil on, a 3.5 EcoBoost. That's going way longer in oil changes. But we're going to put this in here and we'll take a look at the oil here in a minute. But normally I run the gold box. That's the dual layer instead of just this single synthetic layer. But this is made in China. So it's, I mean, it actually looks pretty good for, you know, being from China. There's some filters American made don't look this good, and this is got 5,000 miles on this filter here, and it doesn't look bad at all. And this was in there when I did the I drained the old oil out and refilled it with roughly about 5 quarts, and then did the flush just now. So we'll go ahead and put all this back together, fill it up with oil, and then we'll look at the old oil coming out of it. Alright, we're all clean in there now. We'll go ahead and slide this new filter in. And then, let's see, a weekend ago, I changed the spark plugs in this and I put some NGK in here. And they're pretty nice. I got them on a clearance sale at Rock Auto. And I'll show you those later. Anyway, let's get this done. Alright folks, so here's a deal when I'm showing you about these boxes. So we're pretty much right on the money, just about right there, maybe a shade under. But here's the thing. Looking at this bag, looks like quite a bit of oil. Now I put 5 quarts in a while ago. There's no way that's 5 quarts left. But here's the kicker. We'll take this bag and turn it over. None of that oil is trapped in a pocket down there. See how it's staying over there? It's pretty wild that it's staying in this pocket. It's not draining through to the rest of the oil. It just goes down to the end. And that's why I'm saying I will not be using garage boxes no more, because you don't get all the oil. Either it doesn't come with it or you can't get it out. It's totally like sealed in right there. So that's why I'll stick with quarts from now on, because I shorted it a while ago and that's not even a quart worth left in the bag. Not even close. And to the bottle, we're just a shade short. So that's the whole deal with the garage boxes. That's why I'm not using it no more. I'm going back to something with quarts like Amsoil. Alright folks, so I had a hand and we squished out, we turned this thing up, tried to squish out all the oil we could get. There's just a little bit left in the bottom. But that, I don't know if you can see it, that oil right there is completely sealed in this little side here. It's stuck in there. There's an extra sleeve that's keeping that in there. That oil will not come out. It's just sealed off in there. It's just stuck in there. That's not even a quart. Not even a quart left in this. And I only put 5 in it a while ago. It's just short. That's my whole deal about not using the garage boxes. I'm not saying the oil's bad. I'm just saying this is not good. I don't recommend anybody to buy it by the box. And even though it's cheaper, you think you're getting the oil, but you're not. If you can't get it out of the bag, you're not getting your oil. It's completely sealed all the way. That's not a quart, but that's terrible. That is terrible. That's half a quart left. Not even half a quart, really. It's probably less, maybe a quarter. But that just shows you that the bags are not full and you won't be able to get all the oil out of it. So I do not recommend a garage box for whatever. I just stay away from it. If I was anybody else, I just stay away from a garage box. So that's done. Now we'll look at this Motorcraft filter. Motorcraft. I put this in 13 November 23 at 60K on the truck, and she's pretty dirty. So, like I said, it's at 80K right now on this truck, and I'm going to replace it with this. I've dated it. It's the part number right there. It says product of USA, but it's not made here. It is a Spector air filter. This was super cheap. There's a part number for it. If you know anything about the Spector brand, you know that they got in trouble with K&N. K&N sued them, and now K&N owns them. So this filter was really cheap when I bought it. It was from their website. I think it was on sale for like $14.99. But it doesn't have the seams to hold the pleats together, so we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts, how good it does. It's about identical. Line it up. It is a little thicker, or a little deeper. So, we'll see. But anyway, there's that. Now, to the real meat and potatoes, showing what the oil looked like after 30 minutes of running. Here it is. It's pretty black. That was 30 minutes running this oil. It looks brown when you put this light on it. But it's just 30 minutes of running. It's still pretty dark. So I don't know how dirty it actually is in there. But there you have it. 30 minutes run flush on that Valvoline. But anyway, hope that was interesting to somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and put this air filter in. Don't buy the garage box. You can buy the oil, just don't buy that box, because they will short you. It's happened on the first garage box. It was just short oil. It wasn't trapped in there like that one. It was just short. So I had to go buy a single quart to fill my truck up on that last change, which was what I drained out a little bit ago. I had to go get a separate quart to fill it to 6 because it was short. And I'd put 6 quarts in the first time using this jug, this 5-quart jug to measure it. Doing that like I did a while ago in the video, measuring it. So I don't recommend buying the garage box to no one. And then I bought the 020 and it was short too. It wasn't short as bad, but it was short. It was short maybe that much oil to make it full 6 quarts. So just buy it by the 5-quart jug or individual quarts. It's expensive buying it individual but don't buy the garage box unless you just don't care and want to keep going and just adding to, because that's ridiculous. Put 5 quarts in, not even a quart left, but there's 1/4 of a quart trapped in the bag. I wouldn't do it. So anyway, y'all have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. Leave a comment or a like if you like it. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.